Audicate. Listen and learn.
Welcome students, today we are going to learn India Physical Environment textbook in Geography for Class 11th. Unit 1, Chapter 1. India Location. You have already seen the map of India in the previous classes. Now you closely examine the map of India, Figure 1.1. Mark the southernmost and northernmost latitudes and the easternmost and westernmost longitudes. The mainland of India extends from Kashmir in the north to Kanyakumari in the south and Arunachal Pradesh in the east to Gujarat in the west. India's territorial limit further extends towards the sea up to 12 nautical miles, about 21.9 kilometers, from the coast. See the box for conversion. Our southern boundary extends up to 6°45 in latitude in the Bay of Bengal. Let us try to analyze the implications of having such a vast longitudinal and latitudinal extent. If you work out the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India, they are roughly about 30 degrees, whereas the actual distance measured from north to south extremity is 3,214 kilometers, and that from east to west is only 2,933 kilometers. What is the reason for this difference? Consult Chapter 3 on the topic Latitude, Longitude and Time in the book Practical Work in Geography, Part 1, NCERT, 2006, to find out. This difference is based on the fact that the distance between two longitudes decreases towards the poles, whereas the distance between two latitudes remains the same everywhere. Find out the distance between two latitudes. From the values of latitude, it is understood that the southern part of the country lies within the tropics, and the northern part lies in the subtropical zone or the warm temperate zone. This location is responsible for large variations in landforms, climate, soil types, and natural vegetation in the country. Now, let us observe the longitudinal extent and its implications on the Indian people. From the values of longitude, it is quite discernible that there is a variation of nearly 30 degrees, which causes a time difference of nearly 2 hours between the easternmost and the westernmost parts of our country. You are familiar with the concept of Indian Standard Time, IST. What is the use of the standard meridian? While the sun rises in the northeastern states about 2 hours earlier as compared to Jaisalmer, the watches in Dibrugarh, Imphal in the east and Jaisalmer, Bhopal or Chennai in the other parts of India show the same time. Why does this happen? Name a few places in India through which the standard meridian passes. India, with its area of 3.28 million square kilometer, accounts for 2.4% of the world's land surface area and stands as the 7th largest country in the world. Find out the names of the countries which are larger than India. Size. The size of India has endowed her with great physical diversity. Thus, you may appreciate the presence of lofty mountains in the north, large rivers such as Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri, green forested hills in northeast and south India, and the vast sandy expanse of Marusthali. You may further appreciate that bounded by the Himalayas in the north, Hindu Kush and Sulaiman ranges in the northwest, Purvachal hills in the northeast, and by the large expanse of the Indian Ocean in the south, it forms a great geographic entity known as the Indian subcontinent. It includes the countries Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and India. The Himalayas, together with other ranges, have acted as a formidable physical barrier in the past. Except for a few mountain passes such as the Khyber, the Bolan, the Shipkila, the Nathula, the Bondila, etc., it was difficult to cross it. It has contributed towards the evolving of a unique regional identity of the Indian subcontinent. By referring to the physical map of India, you can now describe the physical variations which you would come across while traveling from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Jaisalmer in Rajasthan to Imphal in Manipur. Peninsular part of India extends towards the Indian Ocean. This has provided the country with a coastline of 6,100 kilometers in the mainland and 7,517 kilometers in the entire geographical coast of the mainland, plus the island groups Andaman and Nicobar located in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea. Thus India, as a country, is a physically diverse land providing occurrence of varied resources. India and its neighbors. Examine the location map of India, Figure 1.2. You will notice that India is located in the south-central part of the continent of Asia, bordering the Indian Ocean and its two arms extending in the form of Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. This maritime location of peninsular India has provided links to its neighboring regions through the sea and air routes. Prepare a list of India's neighboring countries by consulting the map. Sri Lanka and Maldives are the two island countries located in the Indian Ocean, which are our neighbors. Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Gulf of Mannar and Palk Strait. Do you think that physical barrier is a hindrance in interaction with our neighboring countries in modern times? Give some examples how we have overcome these difficulties in the present day. Highlights. Statute mile is equal to 63,360 inches, nautical mile is equal to 72,960 inches, 1 statute mile is equal to about 1.6 km, 1.584 km, 1 nautical mile is equal to about 1.8 km, 1.852 km. There is a general understanding among the countries of the world to select the standard meridian in multiples of 7 degree 30 of longitude. That is why 82 degree 30 has been selected as the standard meridian of India. Indian Standard Time is ahead of Greenwich Mean Time by 5 hours and 30 minutes. There are some countries where there are more than one standard meridian due to their vast east-west extent. For example, the USA has 7 time zones. Do you remember? School Bhuvan is a portal providing map-based learning to bring awareness among the students about countries' natural resources, environment, and their role in sustainable development. It is an initiative of Bhuvanan RSCISRO, based on NCERT syllabus. You can explore various maps of India on http://bhuvan-app1.nrs.gov.in/MHRD. NCERT differentiate between a gulf and a strait. Chapter 1, finished. Thank you for learning with us.
Audicate. Listen and learn.